You're listening to the Small and Supercharged Podcast with Ria Freeman, episode 227. Well, hello there and happy Twixmas to you. Now, just because I am that person, I just Googled what Twixmas actually means, and it is the period between Christmas and New Year. And it stems from the old-fashioned word betwixt, meaning between. So this is just an educational podcast. It's not. What I've done is I've spoken to members of the Mastermind group who have sent me some snippets of them speaking, giving us and sharing with us quotes that they live by and why, what they've learned in 2022, and any tips that they think are going to help others in 2023. Enjoy!
Hello, Jane here from Horse Riding with Confidence Scotland. I work with riders at all levels, helping them with confidence and mindset using psychotherapy, hypnotherapy, NLP and performance coaching. So my tip for 2023 is get yourself a really nice notebook and use it for noting down your goals, for expressing your daily gratitudes, for jotting down achievements and for checking your progress. It really does make a difference when you think in ink. Happy 2023.
Hi, my name's Teresa and I am the owner of Teresa Lewis Art, and one of my quotes that I live by is treat people how you wish to be treated, and this is in all aspects of life and business. So I often think of how would I feel if I was the recipient of what I am sending to people or what I am doing, and I think that makes a big difference to people, giving them that personal touch, knowing that you would be happy receiving it yourself. The other thing, what I've learned in 2022 is that things can go wrong from time to time, but we still need to try and find the positives in everything that we do, even when you're having the hardest time. And my for 2023, my advice is you can't eat a whole elephant. You need to do it in bite-sized pieces. So just sometimes you have to take one day at a time, one step at a time, and break it down into bite-sized pieces, and you will get there.
Hi, it's Amanda from Three Donkeys Clothing. One of the sayings I live by is always look for the positive in any situation, even when there doesn't seem to be one. If you look hard enough, you will find something, however small it may be, and focus on that rather than the negatives. Hope that helps.
Hi, I'm Claire, the founder of Barker & Sloane, which is a luxury skincare brand developing products specifically for the rural market. So the quote that I try to live by is work smarter, not harder. And that's because I'm really guilty of working really hard to the point of burnout sometimes, and I've certainly done that over the last couple of years. By doing so, I get stuck into the minutiae of running a business. I get stuck into every single little detail, and in actual fact, none of that sometimes makes any difference to the end goal. So by working smarter and taking a step back, working smarter helps me be more effective. What I've learned in 2022 is to revisit my dreams, because when I put the stakes in the ground years ago about what I wanted to achieve in life, my hopes, my dreams and my goals, I set off on a plan to do them. But life happens, things happen, opportunities arise, things fall apart, and you learn how to be flexible and pivot with the changes that are forced upon you. But in doing so, I've lost sight of what I wanted to achieve. So by going back and revisiting my dreams gives me the focus to achieve that end goal.
Hi, I'm Harry or Harriet Wallis. I have a marketing business down in East Sussex and I have been a masterminder since about April. It's one thing in 2022 which I'm really pleased that I joined and did. I've met some lovely people through there, made some great connections, and I have learned a hell of a lot. I think that's really, really important going into 2023 is to not stop learning, especially sort of like with digital marketing and latest trends. It is so fast paced. So I would definitely recommend to anyone just to schedule some time to pick up the meta training in the mastermind group or wherever it is that you get your snippets of information, just to keep on top of what's going on in the world, and so you can trust in yourself and your clients can trust in you, that you are fully aware of what's going on, and they're more likely to invest in you, and you can be proud of yourself that you're doing a good job.
Hi everyone, my name's Donna Case. I am from the Horse Feed Guru. I'm an independent equine nutritionist. And so I help people both remotely and in person with their horses' diets, of course, totally independently. So my top tip for 2023, which comes out of an experience from 2022, would be to make time and look forward to the things that inevitably you won't have planned or have any awareness that they're going to happen, but will come up, and grasp the opportunities. So to give you an idea, when I was in Christmas 2021, I would have had no idea that in 2022 I would have been invited onto This Morning by ITV. And I was, and it was so much fun. Although it wasn't business related, it was just such a great fun experience, and I could have had no idea that that would have happened in 2022. So get excited about 2023, because actually when I look back over the years, there's been something that's happened every single year that I had no idea would have happened. And, I'm a big planner. I like to plan things, and I know loads of you do, and that's fantastic. But there's going to be cool stuff happen in that year that you haven't planned for, that you had no idea could have or would have ever have happened. So really embrace those opportunities and just get excited knowing they're coming your way, really. So yeah, here's to 2023. Bring it on. Have an amazing Christmas and New Year, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hi, I'm Jane Badger, and I run Jane Badger Books. And what we do is republish classic pony fiction from the 1930s up to about the 1990s. The books are all available as ebooks, and they are now available mostly as paperbacks that you can order from any bookshop. And Ria said, what's the maxim that you live by? And it's something that Oliver Cromwell said, I beseech you, think it possible, you may be mistaken. This is because I'm quite good at thinking, well, I'm right, of course I am. And then when someone says, actually, you're being a bit of an arse, then I don't listen. But I need to listen when they say that, because often they may have a point, not always, but I need to listen. Sometimes I need to just hold my hands up and say, yep, you're right. And that brings me on to what I have learned from 2022, which is get on with things. Even if you think you've got a perfectly good reason not to, just don't put off those things that are your actual plan B and plan C for how to make your business work. Just because plan A is working fine, don't put off plan B and plan C. Because I had a big problem earlier this year with Amazon, who rejected one of my books. And so I had to scrabble around and find other ways of making it available and make them all available via my website, which I've been meaning to do. People have been telling me to do it, and I've been going, no, yeah, I will. And then not. And then I had all to do in no time at all. And also change print for the paperbacks. And it was no fun, and I needed to do it, and I could have made my life so much easier. And I didn't. But anyway, it's done now, and hopefully I won't do it again. So yeah, and that's the other thing. What tip would I pass on? Don't think it can never happen to you, because it can. But I hope it doesn't happen to you in 2023, and I hope you have a wonderful year, that you don't need to listen to people telling you you're being an arse and thinking, yeah, you're right, I absolutely was, and then having to rescue yourself. So that's it from me. Thank you.
Hi Hi everyone, I'm Liz Daniels. I am 1/3 of the Equiteam Connected trio. We offer a equestrian membership for everyone who wants to learn lots, do lots of exercises and have some fun and be part of a community. A quote that I live by, it's quite an easy question for me. I think if you want something, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. I think we can apply that to all areas of life. Probably makes us think a little bit, do we really want something or not? What I've learned in 2022, oh my gosh, I'm a big believer that you never stop learning, that you always learn new things along the way. I think is to really appreciate everyone around you. You never know how long you've got left and what might happen in the future. So just occasionally take a step back, take a minute and just appreciate what you have. Any tips to help anyone in 2023? I'm going to be really bold and say, come and join Equiteam because it's such an amazing supportive group of people, especially if you're on your own and trying to battle it out on a livery yard. You might have a problem or something that you're stuck with, or you just want a little bit of a online community feel and a big pat on the back, then we are the place for you. Happy Christmas, everyone, and have a great new year.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rachel Philpott, and I am the founder and proprietor of Little Margate Equestrian in Cornwall. So we are a riding school. We have around 30 horses within our riding centre. We also have a small livery yard. We are a pony club centre with over 80 members at the moment, which is fantastic. And we have also just been accredited to become an RDA centre, so a Riding for the Disabled centre, which is fab. We're so pleased about that. We also, alongside all of those things, have an equine therapeutics centre. So that is for children and young adults who are having a tough time at the moment, and they can come along, spend some time with our 3 mini ponies that we have within the centre, goats, runner ducks, chickens, guinea pig, rabbit. And it's just really nice for them and is helping a lot of people. So we're really pleased about that. Now, the 3 things or the 3 prompts that Ria has given me is a quote I live by and why. And I couldn't choose between 2 of them. So the first one is, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. And I try so hard to live by that. And the second one is, be the reason someone smiles today. So in my line of work and my job, that's something I strive for every day. Whether it's someone's just had their first canter, whether they've been able to tick something off their bucket list, like a beach ride. Perhaps if we're talking the therapy centre, someone's just spoken for the first time in years, anything. So those are the 2 quotes that I try really hard to live by. Lesson learnt from 2022 would definitely be to rest more and take more time out for myself. I work long days. It's very easy for me to get up when my alarm goes off at 4:30, like it did this morning, work the whole day, and then not even think about sitting down to have something to eat in the evening until 9:30, 10 o'clock. I know it's not good. I know it's not sustainable. So that is definitely something that I am working really hard on and will continue to work hard on it leading into 2023. And my tips for others for 2023 would be brave and chase your dreams, because you only live once and you never know how far one small move, one phone call, one saying yes to something, how far that may take you. So yeah, I think that's me done. So Happy New Year, everyone.
Hello, it's Ruth from Dressage Anywhere here. So a quote I live by and why. For me, it's got to be, every winner was once a beginner. This is really true in business and also with horses as well. And what it says is that we've all got to start somewhere, but it's really important that you don't compare your chapter 1 with somebody else's chapter 10. What have I learned from 2022? Okay, so I think I've learned that you can literally do anything if you put your mind to it. This year I ran a half marathon. I still don't know how, but I never would have believed that it was possible the year before. Any top tips to help others in 2023? I would say stay focused on your end goal. Don't get too caught up in what wasn't great about the past. Just look forward, and don't beat yourself up with what you should be doing or what you think you should be doing. Goals change, and what's more important is how you adapt.
Hello, Tracey Cole from Tracey Cole NLP here. I'm a trainer of mindset, in particular neuro-linguistic programming or NLP, and other modalities, and I help people, including lovely equestrians, to get confident and to use their mindset so that they really are at the top of their game. So my favourite quote is, "This too shall pass." And I love this quote because it's great for when you're maybe a bit of a low, and it reminds you that everything's a cycle, things are a learning point, you will get through it. I think it's also great for when we're in the good times, because you remember to kind of seize the day, enjoy the moment, and really, really make sure that you are having a whale of a time when the good times are rolling. Because life is a bit of a roller coaster. And 2022 has been a bit of a roller coaster for so many people, including myself. We've had lots and lots of ups and downs in business, in personal lives. And I think 2022 has really taught me that this too shall pass, and that you can move through these things no matter what. You will get there, you will get through it. For 2023, because of things that I've overcome, shall we say, and been through and seen and witnessed in 2022, I think my message for myself is, you can do it. And I think it's also my message for everybody else too. I know you can do it. I know you can get through, because this too shall pass.
Now I wanted to finish this episode by sharing my 1, 2 and 3 really. Oh, it's so difficult. I absolutely love a quote. So trying to pick one was actually really challenging. I think one is, the harder you work, the luckier you get. I really, really love that one. Because it's so true. And I've got a real thing about luck and people saying, oh, it's like, you're so lucky. Oh, they're so lucky. Well, really, is it not just that a lot of people work really, really hard to achieve that luck? So don't get me wrong, I think it's always good to have, when the stars are aligned and things work well for you. But I do think that a lot of the things that we see in the world that other people get and achieve are down to really, really hard work. So I do really like that one. I also love this one by Bo Taplin that says she was unstoppable, not because she didn't have failures or doubts, but because she continued on despite them, which I think is a really powerful one, because it's so easy to let our previous failures and our doubts get in the way of what we're doing and what we want to achieve. So I think that's a really good one too. What I've learned in 2022, oh gosh. I think perhaps I am beginning to learn the value of my time, which sounds ridiculous, but I think that, often, and I never mind giving time to people who ask for my help or things like that, but I think that when people are taking the mick, we need to really, I think we, as in not just me, but everybody needs to be really protective over that, because it is that one thing that we can't get back. So I think I've probably learned I need to be more protective over my time. I think I've also learned that while some people aren't what they seem, and that is very, very true, we need to really not let that taint our experiences of everybody. Because if we go at it with that people are not being genuine, not being authentic, and we kind of treat people differently because we're concerned about previous things that have happened, that can really affect negatively our relationships and connections and friendships with new people moving forward who actually are exactly what they seem. So I guess it's a thing of being cautious, but not letting previous kicks taint the way you approach other people, because it's not on them the experiences that you've had. And I think my tip for 2023 to everyone that's listening is that God knows what 2023 is going to bring us. Let's be perfectly honest about this. As I'm recording this, we've still got all the carnage of life going on. But what I will say, and what I do absolutely hand on heart believe, is that we need to really think about what we can control. And for small business owners, and for influencers and for people looking to grow their personal brand and stuff like that, you still need to be putting stuff out there into the world. You don't have to apologise for promoting yourself and promoting what you do. You can be sympathetic about it, but you shouldn't be apologetic about it, and you shouldn't stop doing it. Because if we're concerned about the economy and the cost of living crisis and all these things that are very, very true, but as a consequence we don't promote ourselves, we will be a victim to what's happening, because people won't remember that you exist, we won't remember that we exist, and therefore when they need that product or service, they won't come to you because you won't be front of mind. So that would be my advice for you. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Thank you for listening to Podmas. Thank you for all your support all the time, really. It absolutely makes my day to see all the downloads going up, but also when I get messages from people, when people screenshot and share to stories, it really does make my day, because the podcast is a labour of love and I do love it. I love speaking to all of you every week, interviewing some amazing people, and also getting the chance to, shine a light on the people in Mastermind, which is really, really lovely. I do it with an incredible bunch of people, so being able to share them with you is just brilliant. So thank you so much. I hope you had a happy Christmas, and here's to a great 2023, whatever form that takes, knowing that you can weather the turbulent storms that may approach, and having that confidence in yourself that you can do this, not stopping promoting yourself. And here is to 2023. Take care.